Today we are taking a look at Hatsune Miku from Vocaloid. This is the Clearluxe Jellyfish figure in the BANPRESTO EVOLVE line by BANPRESTO. Today's highlights for this figure are the clear expression, the jellyfish-themed outfit, and the relaxed pose that feels like Miku is spending time by the sea. The first highlight is the expression. The large eyes combine turquoise, pink, and purple sections with white stars and smaller white details placed inside them. The soft pink color across the cheeks, the thin pink lines below the eyes, and the tiny red mouth keep the rest of the face simple while allowing the colorful eyes to remain the main focus. The second highlight is the jellyfish-themed outfit. The rounded light blue skirt expands around the waist with a see-through outer section, while similar translucent elements continue through the long sleeves and the fabric below the top. The transparency allows the body, legs, and inner clothing to remain visible, including the white panties and the small frills around the leg openings. The third highlight is the pose. Both legs extend in the same direction without crossing, while one arm hangs downward and the other bends up beside the face. The long twin tails, wide translucent sleeves, rounded skirt, and narrow white pieces around the outfit all follow loose curves around the body, creating the impression that Miku is relaxing by the sea. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The head is built around a bright expression led by the two large open eyes. Turquoise, pink, and purple areas are divided inside each eye, while a white star and several smaller white details add more layers within the irises. Dark eyelashes extend across the upper edges and give the eyes a clear outline. Thin pink lines sit across the cheeks beneath them, together with a soft pink tone around the same area. The mouth is reduced to a very small red point, so the colorful eyes remain the strongest feature of the face. The head itself is slightly tilted, giving the expression a gentle angle within the seated pose. The hair frames the face in several different lengths. The bangs divide into large sections across the forehead, with the center strands dropping toward the space between the eyes. Their turquoise color changes into pale pink near the tips, and shorter strands around the cheeks repeat the same color transition. Small white round decorations are arranged along the outer area of the bangs, with a yellow crescent decoration placed below them. From the sides of the head, the twin tails extend far outward. Their roots are gathered with white frilled pieces and long narrow white parts before the hair separates into several flowing sections. Pink and light blue stars are placed at intervals along the twin tails, and the turquoise changes into translucent pink toward the ends. A white hat sits over the hair with a wavy edge and a blue band, while light blue patterns are drawn across the hat. One strand rises from the top of the hair and curves into a heart, with the end changing to pink. The shorter strands around the face and the much longer twin tails give the head several layers of movement. The upper body begins with a narrow white frill circling the neck, leading directly into the white top across the chest. Vertical frills run down the center of the top with purple round decorations and turquoise stars placed between them. More frills continue around the shoulders, creating a wavy boundary between the white top and the exposed arms. The main white section ends below the chest, and translucent white fabric continues downward across the abdomen. At the front, this section separates into two pieces that overlap diagonally before opening around the center, leaving the abdomen and navel visible. See-through parts are used across a wide area of the upper body outfit. The translucent fabric below the top lies over the body while still allowing the shape underneath to remain visible. The long sleeves work in the same way, so the arms can be seen through the translucent white sections. Even the areas covered by the outer costume are fully shaped underneath, allowing the outer layer and the body inside it to be seen together. Pale blue wavy bands wrap around the upper arms, and the long translucent sleeves continue below them. One arm extends downward, with the sleeve widening strongly around the wrist and ending in several wavy edges around the hand. The other arm bends upward beside the face, lifting its sleeve into a much broader shape. The hand appears from the center of that opening with gently bent fingers, turquoise nails, and a bracelet made from turquoise round beads. With one arm lowered and the other raised, the sleeves create two very different lines around the torso, while the white top, exposed skin, translucent fabric, and twin tails overlap at different levels. The lower body begins with a broad white section circling the waist, with its upper edge following a gentle wave just below the abdomen. Light blue patterns are drawn across this white area, and a small white bow sits at the center. Directly below it, the translucent light blue section expands outward into the large rounded jellyfish-themed skirt. Several circular details of different sizes appear across the light blue surface, with short, thin lines extending around them. The entire outer section is see-through, allowing the legs and the clothing inside the skirt to remain visible through the rounded surface. The legs continue beneath the areas covered by the skirt, so their shapes can still be followed through the translucent layer. White panties are also fully sculpted inside the skirt, with small frills running around the openings where they meet the upper legs. Because the outer skirt is transparent, these inner details remain visible instead of being completely hidden beneath it. A thick white frill runs around the lower edge of the skirt, with repeated elongated line details across its surface. Long, narrow white pieces extend outward from around this lower edge and add more loose curves around the body. The two legs are not crossed. Instead, they extend in the same direction while remaining offset from one another from front to back. The lower legs narrow toward the ankles before widening into the feet, and the feet are positioned at slightly different angles. Each toe is individually divided and softly rounded. The rounded skirt, the visible inner clothing, the extended legs, the outer frill, and the narrow white pieces combine into a wide flowing arrangement around the lower body. This figure is approximately 20 centimeters tall. That's about 7.9 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Hatsune Miku by BANPRESTO stands out because this figure combines a clear expression, a jellyfish-themed outfit, extensive see-through elements, and a relaxed seated pose that guides the eye naturally across the whole piece. The face leaves a bright and gentle first impression. The large eyes combine turquoise, pink, and purple areas with white stars and smaller white details, while the soft pink cheeks and tiny red mouth keep the expression simple around them. The hair strengthens that presentation very effectively. The bangs are divided into several large sections, and the pale pink color at their ends adds another accent around the face. The white decorations and yellow crescent add smaller details near the bangs, while the white hat sits above them with its blue band and light blue patterns. The two long twin tails then spread far outward, with pink and light blue stars along the hair and translucent pink appearing toward the ends. The upper body works well because the costume layout and the pose support each other closely. The white top is divided by vertical frills, purple round decorations, and turquoise stars, while translucent white fabric continues below the chest and across the arms. The body and arms remain visible through those see-through areas, including the parts covered by the outer costume. One arm extends downward while the other bends beside the face, and the wide sleeve openings give those two directions very different shapes. The turquoise nails and round bead bracelet add another small accent inside the raised sleeve. The lower body gives the jellyfish theme much of its presence. The large rounded light blue skirt expands around the waist, and its translucent surface allows the legs and inner clothing to remain visible through it. The white panties and the frills around the leg openings are fully sculpted beneath the skirt, so the see-through design continues beyond the outer surface itself. The thick white frill and the narrow white pieces around the lower edge extend the flowing arrangement farther outward. Both legs stretch in the same direction without crossing, while their positions remain slightly offset from front to back. What makes the figure especially effective is the way all of these elements connect. The eye can move from the face through the translucent sleeves and rounded skirt, then continue along the extended legs and long twin tails without feeling stuck. Because of that, fans of Hatsune Miku will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like jellyfish-themed outfit arrangements, see-through costume elements, and relaxed seated poses should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.